That's it. My normal bike just became an electric bike. No new wheel, no wiring everywhere. And if I want, I can take the motor off again in about 10 seconds. Today we're looking at 5 very different ways to convert a normal bike to an e-bike. Some are tiny and removable, some feel like a proper factory e-bike, and one of them can deliver more climbing power than many production electric bikes. And by the end of this video, I'll tell you which one I would personally buy. I'm Ailish, and for the last 6 years I've been test riding electric bikes and conversion kits. And conversion kits are fascinating because instead of buying a whole new e-bike, you can electrify the bike you already own. But these systems are very different from each other. Some are super lightweight, some are designed to feel like a full e-bike, and some are built for serious power. So in this video, we're looking at 5 approaches: a Formula E engineered clip-on drive, a lightweight removable system, a hub motor conversion, a plug-and-play commuter setup, and a powerful mid-drive system. Along the way, I'm going to give each one a category win, and at the end, we're going to see which conversion kit comes out on top overall. So let's start off with the one that might be the most unusual system here today.
If you enjoyed this video and want to see more stories like this, where bikes, technology, and people come together to solve real problems, hit like, subscribe, and join the adventure.
This is the Skarper drive system, and honestly, it's one of the most interesting conversion kits I've ever seen. Because instead of using a hub motor or a friction roller, Skarper has done something completely different. The motor clips onto the bike's chainstay and drives the bike through a custom brake rotor. So instead of spinning the wheel directly, it spins the disc rotor, which means something pretty amazing. You don't need to replace your wheel at all. Installation is ridiculously quick. You literally clip it on and ride away. The technology behind it actually took 3 years to develop. Skarper partnered with Red Bull Racing Advanced Technologies to engineer it. So yes, there's some Formula One thinking behind this thing. Once attached, the system provides pedal assist up to 15.5 miles per hour. Range is claimed at around 31 miles in eco mode or roughly 18 miles in turbo. There's also an incline sensor, so when the bike detects a hill, the motor increases assistance automatically. Torque peaks at around 76 Newton meters, which is a lot for a removable system. You can control everything through the Skarper app: ride modes, battery levels, assist settings. And thanks to a built-in freewheel, you can ride normally with the unit attached, but turned off. There are a couple of trade-offs though. First is price. This is very much a premium product. Second, compatibility. Your bike needs disc brakes. And finally, weight. At about 4.5 kilograms, this is the heaviest removable system here today. But in terms of clever engineering, Skarper easily wins the category for most innovative conversion kit. But what if you want something much lighter and easier to carry around? Well, that's where the next system comes in. Next up is Kamingo, and this one takes the opposite approach. Instead of building a powerful integrated system, Kamingo focuses on lightweight flexibility. This kit weighs under 2.5 kilograms, which is incredibly lightweight for an e-bike conversion. The system uses a friction drive motor, so a small roller presses gently against the rear tire. When the motor spins, it drives the wheel forward. The battery is separate and designed to look like a water bottle. So it sits neatly in your bottle cage, and that's actually very convenient because if you lock your bike outside somewhere, you can take the battery with you. The battery itself is 266 watt hours and it uses EV grade cells. That's the same class used in electric vehicles and premium e-bikes. Kamingo claims a range of up to 55 miles on one charge. Realistically, most riders will see closer to 20 to 30 miles. It depends on terrain, rider weight, and assist level. Another nice detail is that the battery doubles as a power bank and it charges in about 3 hours. Now, with friction drive systems, people always ask about tyre wear. Because the roller presses against the tyre, you will see slightly faster wear over time. Kamingo addresses this with a replaceable rubber roller. They estimate it lasts about 3,000 to 5,000 kilometers. Compatibility-wise, it works best with road, commuter, or gravel tires. It's not really designed for big mountain bike treads, so Kamingo isn't trying to turn your bike into a powerhouse. Instead, it's designed to add subtle assistance when you need it, and because of that, Kamingo takes the category for the lightest and most portable conversion kit. But if you want something that feels more like a traditional e-bike once installed, the next system might be the better choice for you. Let's quickly pause there, because if you are enjoying this video or you're finding it useful, please hit that like button and also consider subscribing as well if you like to stay up to date with the latest e-bike news and reviews. Then Electroheads has got you covered. All right, back to the video. Next up is Boost. This one takes a more traditional approach. Instead of attaching a motor externally, Boost replaces your rear wheel with a hub motor. Once installed, the bike feels much more like a factory e-bike. The motor sits inside the rear hub and the battery mounts inside your bottle cage, so the whole setup stays fairly clean. Boost has also partnered with bike shops across the UK, which means you can have the system professionally installed. That's great if you're not comfortable doing it yourself. The battery capacity is 252 watt-hours, and in real riding, that usually delivers about 25 miles of assisted range. Because the motor drives the rear wheel directly, the assistance feels very natural, especially on flats and rolling terrain. The system can also be controlled through an app or wireless handlebar controls. Boost even offers a Brompton-specific kit, which is fantastic if you already own a Brompton. Weight added to the bike is around 4 kilograms, and pricing starts from about £649. So if your goal is a conversion that feels closest to a factory e-bike, Boost wins the category for most natural riding experience. But what if you want something simpler and designed mainly for commuting? Well, that's when the next system comes in. And if you ever want to compare e-rides, then head on over to electroheads.com, because we've got loads of guides and reviews to help you choose the right one. The Livall PikaBoost 2 sits somewhere between Kamingo and Skarper. Like Kamingo, it uses a friction drive motor, but Livall combines the motor and battery into one single unit. That makes it more self-contained and easier to install. The system uses Livall's adaptive assist technology, which automatically adjusts motor output depending on how fast you're pedaling. You can switch between normal riding and assisted riding using the app. Livall offers two battery options, a 158 watt-hour airline-friendly battery or a larger 220 watt-hour version. Range can reach roughly 35 miles depending on conditions. Both batteries also support fast charging and can function as power banks. Plus, you can get regenerative braking to top up your battery whilst you're cruising. Peak motor output is 500 watts with 250 watts continuous power, which is perfect for city commuting. There's also safety features like slip detection and tilt shutoff, but like all friction systems, traction can drop in wet conditions and tyres will wear faster over time. Still, if your main goal is simple everyday electric assistance, Livall takes the category for best price commuter conversion kit. But if you want maximum performance, the final system on this list is in a completely different league. And finally, we have the Bafang Mid-Drive conversion kit, and this is the most powerful system here. Instead of driving the wheel, Bafang replaces your bike's bottom bracket, so the motor sits right in the center of the bike. This is called a mid-drive motor. This is the same design used by many premium factory e-bikes, and it has one big advantage. The motor uses your bike's gears, so when you shift into an easier gear for climbing, the motor benefits too. That means far better hill climbing and more efficient power delivery. Most Bafang kits come with power options of 250 watts to 750 watts. For the UK and Europe, you want the 250 watt version. Torque can reach 80 to 100 Newton meters of torque, which is far stronger than most removable systems. These kits are usually paired with 500 to 700 watt-hour batteries. That means real-world range of 40 to 60 miles. Installation is more involved though. You'll need to remove the bottom bracket and install the motor unit. For experienced home mechanics, that's manageable, but beginners may prefer professional installation. Because of its performance, Bafang wins the category for most powerful conversion kit. So, Which conversion kit would I actually choose? If portability matters most, Kamingo is brilliant. If you want something that feels closest to a factory e-bike, then Boost is fantastic. If you love clever engineering, Skarper is probably the most innovative system here. And for commuting at a good price, Livall is a convenient option. But if I had to choose one overall winner, it would probably be Bafang, because it delivers the biggest transformation in how the bike actually rides. Conversion kits can be an amazing way to upgrade a bike you already love, but be careful with extremely cheap kits online. Some aren't properly waterproofed, and that can lead to reliability issues over time. So if you're planning a conversion, it's worth buying something reliable. Links to all the kits mentioned today are linked down below in the description, as well as any reviews. And if you made it this far, you're definitely an Electrohead, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you for the next one.